Merhaba arkadaşlar, ben Muhammed Hocam, Mr. Fun. Şanlıurfa Yükseliş Koleji'nden İngilizce öğretmeniyim. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Fun from Yükseliş College in Şanlıurfa. Bugün 5. üniteden Discover Culture kısmını işleyeceğiz. Today we are going to talk about Discover Culture part in our 5th unit. Our topic for today is the language of the future. Bugünkü bu dersimizdeki konumuz the language of the future. I'm choosing the pen. All right, let me choose the red one. Okay, here. The language of the future. Well, first of all, I want you to answer my questions. I'm going to ask you questions. And I want you to answer my questions like if I'm hearing you. Şimdi ben soru soracağım size ve sizi duyuyorum gibi cevap vermenizi istiyorum arkadaşlar. Well, look at this picture. We have got 3 pictures here. Let's have the pen. All right. We have got 3 pictures. 1, 2, 3. Look at these pictures. What can you say about them? Let's start with this picture, the first one. What can you say about it? Try to give answers. Yes, I'm hearing you. Okay, what can you see in the picture? Try to speak. You are speaking now? Very good. So we can say, I can see a woman or someone. It seems like a woman. We can say, I can see a woman that are using a tab or tablet. And there are Chinese writing on the tablet. Okay. Let's look to the other picture. This one. What can you say about this picture? Yes, answer my question, please. Very good. So we can say, I can see a map of China. Well, I have a question for you. In which continent is China? Is it in Europe? No, of course. Is it in Africa? No, it's in Asia. Asia. And when we say continent, it means kıta in Turkish. So China is in Asia. Let's have a look at this picture. The third one. What can you say about this picture? Yes, I'm waiting for your answers. Okay, this is a piece of carton and there is an expression on it, made in China, expression on a carton. So, our lesson is about China. We have got more questions. Let's have a look at this. What does China produce? Let's talk about productions of China. What does China produce? Can you think about answers? We can say China produces computers, it produces mobile phones, it produces furniture, it produces watches and clothes and many other things. Well, let's have a look at the other question. Do you have any items produced in China with you now? What's the meaning of items? Items is things. So items is synonym, eş anlamlı, with things. So, do you have any items produced in China with you now? Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. Try to speak English. Try to answer these questions. Very good. So we can say, yes, my jacket is produced in China, or my watch is produced in China, or my mobile phone is produced in China. Well, let's have a look to the other question. What languages do Chinese people speak? What languages do Chinese people speak? Try to answer this question as well. Okay, we can say there are many languages that the people of China speak. But, of course, we have one formal language. Formal language is resmi dil. Well, let's have a look at suggested answers for our questions. China produces many things like clothes and mobile phones. Number 2, what languages do Chinese people speak? We can say people use, this is the second answer, people use different languages, but Mandarin is the official spoken language. Mandarin is the official spoken language. Official language is resmi in our Turkish language. Well, right now we will watch a video about China and the people of China and the language of China. Are you ready? So, here we go.
The language of the future? China's population is exploding. About 1.4 billion people live there. That's more than twice the number of people living in Europe and the United States combined. Everything in China is growing. Many people predict that in 20 years, China will have the strongest economy in the world. The country already produces so many things. Like the clothes you're wearing, they're probably from China. And your mobile phone too. In China, people speak many different languages, but everyone can understand one written language, Mandarin. It uses characters, not an alphabet, and there are over 40,000 of them. But most people only use 3,000 or 4,000. Can you imagine using a computer keyboard with all those characters? Probably not. In the late 1950s, the Chinese developed a system called pinyin. It uses the Roman alphabet, like English, which has made it easier to type Chinese words, like these, into a computer. Mandarin is also the official spoken language in China. More people in the world speak Mandarin than speak English, about 3 times as many, and there are Chinese people who speak Mandarin all over the world. Every day, more and more people use Mandarin to communicate. So, in 10 or 20 years, will Mandarin become the #1 language in the world?
Okay guys, we have watched a video. Now we have got some questions related to this video. We are going to read the questions. After that, we will watch the video again. Then we will come back to these questions to answer them. Let's read the questions right now. We are here. Watch the video. What do you hear about these numbers? 1.4 billion. Number 2, 40,000. Number 3, 1950s. Number 4, 10 or 20 years. What do you hear about these numbers? Okay, we'll watch a video again and try to concentrate and try to find answers for these questions. Well, let's read the next questions. Choose the correct answer. Number 1. China's population is bigger than A. Europe's, B. the United States, C. Europe and the United States together. Number 2. The Chinese people speak A. different languages, B. Mandarin, C. English. Number 3. In written Mandarin, people use A. 40,000 characters, B. 3,000 or 4,000 characters, C. 4,000 characters. Number 4, the pinyin system uses A. Roman alphabet, B. Chinese characters, C. a computer. 5th question, more people speak space in the world than English. A. Mandarin, B. Roman, C. French. Well, guys, we are going to watch the video again, then we will come back to these questions to try to answer them. So let's watch it again.
The language of the future? China's population is exploding. About 1.4 billion people live there. That's more than twice the number of people living in Europe and the United States combined. Everything in China is growing. Many people predict that in 20 years, China will have the strongest economy in the world. The country already produces so many things. Like the clothes you're wearing, they're probably from China. And your mobile phone too. In China, people speak many different languages, but everyone can understand one written language, Mandarin. It uses characters, not an alphabet, and there are over 40,000 of them. But most people only use 3,000 or 4,000. Can you imagine using a computer keyboard with all those characters? Probably not. In the late 1950s, the Chinese developed a system called Pinyin. It uses the Roman alphabet, like English, which has made it easier to type Chinese words, like these, into a computer. Mandarin is also the official spoken language of China. More people in the world speak Mandarin than speak English, about 3 times as many, and there are Chinese people who speak Mandarin all over the world. Every day, more and more people use Mandarin to communicate. So, in 10 or 20 years, will Mandarin become the #1 language in the world?
Okay, guys, we have watched the video again. So, are we ready to answer these questions? Okay, here we go. What do you hear about these numbers? 1.4 billion. What do you remember about this number? Yes, about 1.4 billion people live in China. So this is the population of China, the number of people in China. Number 2, 40,000. What do you hear about it? Yes, there are about 40,000 characters in Mandarin. Mandarin is the official language in China, as we said. 3, 1950s. What do you hear about it? Well, in the late 1950s, the Chinese developed a system called Pinyin. Number 4, 10 or 20 years. What can we hear about this number? In 10 or 20 years, Mandarin may become the number one language in the world, the first language in the world. Well, we are here right now. Watch the video again. Choose the correct answers. Number 1, China's population is bigger than A, Europe, B, the United States, C, Europe and the United States together. Of course, the answer is C, Europe and the United States together. Number 2, the Chinese people speak A, different languages, B, Mandarin, C, English. Of course, different languages. 3, in written Mandarin, people use 40,000 characters or 3,000 or 4,000 characters or 4,000 characters. In written Mandarin, people use 3,000 or 4,000 characters. 4, the pinyin system uses the Roman alphabet or Chinese characters or a computer, the Roman alphabet. More people speak in the world than English. Mandarin, Roman, or French? Mandarin. Okay, guys, we have answered the questions about the video. Now we have got more questions. We'll try to answer, we'll try to talk about them. Okay, here we go. The first question is, what does your country produce? What does your country produce? Here in Turkey, what does Turkey produce? What can you say? Try to answer this question. Try to speak in English. Okay, we can say Turkey produces clothes, Turkey produces shoes, Turkey produces furniture, and many other things. Well, let's move to the other part of the question. Does it go to many other countries? We mean here, does these products go? What's product? Product is from the verb produce. Does it go to many other countries? Yes, very good. So we can say, yes, it goes to other countries like the countries of the Middle East, or to Russia, or other other countries, as we can see. Number 2, would you like to learn Mandarin? Yes, I would like to. Yes, or no, I wouldn't. Why or why not? We can say, yes, I would like to learn it because, we should start by because I want to travel to China and I want to understand people over there. Or, no, I wouldn't because I don't like it. Simply. Here, have another part of the question. Why would it be useful? Yes, you are answering? Okay, we can say it would be useful if we travel to China, so we can communicate with the people of China. Well, we will move to the third question. Is your language a difficult language to learn for foreign learners? So, what's our language here in Turkey? Of course, it's Turkish language. So, is it difficult for foreign learners to learn? Yes, we can say yes or no, and here we can give the reason. Why? Because blah blah blah. Yes or no, and we can mention the reason. Okay, guys, here we come to end our lesson for today. Thank you for listening, and see you soon. Bye bye. Take care.